Hey guys, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. It's Friday, it means it's time for Friday Reads, and this Friday, I am very ashamed to tell you, I am still fighting my way through The Good Daughter by Karin Slaughter. I feel like my videos are getting quite repetitive because I just haven't read a lot of books throughout the month of September. I've had other things going on and reading just kind of took a back seat. I'm impressed by Karin Slaughter's writing. It's definitely growing my vocabulary as well because she uses words that I do have to look up in the dictionary, and it's not often that actually happens these days. So her use of the English language is something I find very beautiful, but on a whole, I find this book extremely slow-paced. If you want to skip ahead for a minute while I explain what this book is, because I've explained it a million times on my channel, then go ahead. But basically, when I give the thumbs up, that's when I'm done talking about what this book's premise is. So this book is about basically two daughters that get forced into the woods at gunpoint after witnessing their mother being blown to bits with a gun. These two guys have just attacked their house, and then it switches from this horrific, like 40-page introduction of that scene, which is very gruesome, very fast-paced, extremely horrific, and I was thoroughly enraptured by it. And then it switches to 28 years later, and where both of these daughters are in their lives, and this incident happens in their hometown that brings them back together for the first time in many years. Another shooting in their school, and their father is this defense lawyer who has to represent the little girl who has shot two people in cold blood. So that's what the book's about. I am currently over halfway through. I've got about that much to go. I think I was expecting a lot more than I'm getting from it, to be honest. Although, like I said, I'm impressed with her writing. So I'm going to definitely pick up more from Karin Slaughter in the future. There's another book of hers that I actually really do want to read, and that's Pretty Girls. I had that book in Spain. Beautiful, massive hardcover copy. Sadly, it wouldn't fit in my suitcase, so I had to abandon it, and it broke my heart, along with a lot of other books, which, yeah, hurts, but I will one day regain. I have already bought copious amounts of books, and I'm leaving for Neisner this weekend, which is really crazy. I cannot actually believe it's come so fast. I'm leaving Cape Town for good. There's still a lot of stuff in my flat that are gonna stay. These books, I've like taken quite a couple off the shelf, which I'm initially going to take with, basically like the October reads, my October TBR. They've all been packed into a bag, but yeah, things like my fridge and my washing machine, my bed, sofa, the big things that and the bookshelf obviously, like that obviously I can't fit in my little car. They're gonna stay, and I've got this flat until the end of November anyway, so I mean all my valuables and special things have been packed into the car and are ready to come home with me, but everything else is gonna just stay put for a while while I have a bit of a break, and then I'll come back and deal with everything a little bit later when I've relaxed. I need to relax now. I kind of just feel like going to a spa. I want to go and like have a massage and lie by a swimming pool listening to like some very like relaxing music and get my nails done, because bloody hell, I did my nails yesterday and I'm terrible. They're already chipping. It just doesn't work. I need to go get gel on my nails. I don't know, but I can't afford the spa anymore, so I'm just fucking useless. So I'm just gonna go home and read books and keep out of trouble, and I'm going to go on after tonight, I'm gonna go on like a bit of a detox as well. I say this a lot and it never happens, but this time it's gonna happen. Tonight is my last night. I'm getting together with my ex-boyfriend and a really good friend of mine called Abs, who I went to go watch It, the movie, with 2 days ago, which I've got a lot to say about that movie, but I'll make another video about the new It movie adaptation. But yeah, we're gonna get together, have some wine, play some games, just say goodbye, and then I'm off. Going. Adios, Cape Town. on the drive to Neisner tomorrow morning, I'm going to be listening to Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson, which is about a funny book about terrible things. Basically, Jenny Lawson is someone that has chronic depression and anxiety, so I'm going to be reading that as I haven't been in the best headspace lately, and I really feel like this is the perfect time in my life to be reading this book. When I speak too much, I get croaky. And then before I start that on Audible on my drive, I need to finish Are You Sleeping by Kathleen Barber. I'm hoping maybe I will be able to finish it today on my drive to and from work. This is excruciatingly slow-paced. Like, I am so over that book. I was so excited for it as well. It's basically like this girl who's got a twin sister who's absolutely bonkers, and a long time ago their father got murdered, and the case was closed. The twin sister basically like put this one guy in jail and said that she saw him kill her father, but then many years later this investigation is reopened with this one journalist who's got a podcast about the murder, and they want to try and release this guy that's been charged for murder after like 10 or 12 years or something that he's spent in jail, because they feel like he is not guilty. So this podcast is going on, and the one twin sister, there's something very psychologically wrong with her. She's just like mad. Their mother commits suicide, which brings them all back together. She commits suicide because of this podcast. But it's not very riveting at all. There's not much happening. So very much like this book, which I was so excited for, I wouldn't say I'm in a reading slump, because I really do want to read books right now. I've just chosen 2 books that unfortunately are very slow paced. This one is good, and I would very highly recommend it to Karin Slaughter fans if you've read her before, but perhaps not a Karin Slaughter book you should start off with. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I mean, I'm looking forward to her other books, definitely. I just hope the next one is a bit more fast-paced. What else? They are the books that I'm going to be reading, and yeah, I'm gonna miss my little flat, guys. I guess this is my last video in Cape Town as well, so I will check in, catch in, update you when I'm back in Neisner, living back at home with my parents, which is great. It feels like I'm going back in life after having this flat and my own furniture, my own life, and now I've got to go back to living at home, which is just, yeah, feels like you failed. But I am going to go traveling, so I'm gonna just suck it up. I'm going to be there for a few months. I'm going to go on this holiday. It's probably going to be to Vietnam. I've pretty much decided Vietnam, but I'll see what my mum wants, because obviously Mother Dear is coming with. And then after Vietnam, I'm going to come back. NaNoWriMo is going to start. I'm going to take November off to write a book. By December, I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to be a functioning human being, because I definitely won't have any money left, so I'm going to need to find a job for December, which really sucks because it's when my family is all off because they close their office, and it would be lovely to have time with them, but girl needs money to have fun and survive. So I wouldn't be able to go out for sushi with my friends and have a glass of wine every so often after my detox is over, if I am not working to afford such extravagancies. So I don't know. I mean, the easiest would be waitress, but I can't stand waitressing, guys. I highly commend the people that do it, because I hate it. I hate serving people. I'm not a slave, and I just feel like a slave. I've waitressed a lot in the past, and I really didn't enjoy it. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do besides try and pawn off most of my worldly possessions. Yeah, I don't know, perhaps I could just, like, I did stewardessing on the yachts in Spain, and perhaps I can just, like, bribe my family into, if I clean their house every day, I'll become your domestic if you pay me. Although they're already going to be giving me free food and making sure I don't starve to death in these next 3 months. So there's so much going on and I just don't know how to deal with myself right now. But I'm a lot more calmer than I was, so that's a good thing. I've accepted what's going on. Someone said it's like I'm not fighting the current anymore, and that's very true. I was very upset and emotional and distraught, and I was like completely just going mad and not accepting what was going on with me. And now I just feel a lot more calm about what's going on. I'm petrified of everything, of course, but this is the hand life has dealt me, and I need to figure it out. While I've got you on camera, actually, I want to ask you a question if you are still watching this 11 minutes in. I just bought my first ever pair of high-waisted jeans. I didn't realise they were high-waisted when I bought them, and the price tag's still on because I'm not really sure about them yet, but I really wanted a pair of ripped jeans, so I don't know if I like them or not. Let me know what you think. I'm going to show you my pants. So they're like quite high, but I like them, you know? And at the back, I don't like the back though. The back's really annoying. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I don't like it. Sorry, you get a nice shot of my ass. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I don't like the back. I'm not too fussed about the front actually, which is strange because it's not something I would ever normally wear. But yeah, the other day I was filming a video for BookTube actually, and I luckily watched the video back before leaving for work, and in the video I walked like across the room to get something while it was still filming, and luckily I noticed that there was a ginormous rip up my arse in my favourite pair of jeans. So yeah, I needed to buy a new pair of jeans. It was a need, not a want. So that happened yesterday, and luckily they were from Mr. Price, which I think they were like 100 and something bucks, which isn't bad at all. Like, I actually really like them. Like, I'm surprised I quite like the high waist actually, but I just don't know about the bottom. I feel like it doesn't give my ass the best shape. But yeah, oh yeah, let me show you my cupboard too. Just, you know, while I've got you on camera, this is the last update until I'm in Neisner. But yep, cupboard's almost bare. I've got like camping gear up there, which is not going to fit in my car. A couple of little things down here. Bookshelf is obviously still way too full. Mirror, surfboard. I'll take my tripod with me. And then a couple of clothes in here that just weren't going to fit into my suitcase. But yeah, crazy. Can't believe I'm going. I don't actually want to finish filming because I just feel like speaking. I've just been in a very chatty mood for like the past 48 hours and I don't know why. But yeah. Let's take you out into my balcony because this is going to be the last video on my balcony, which is very sad. And you can't even see bloody Table Mountain because it's freaking covered in a cloud. But you can have a look anyway. This is my view. I loved it. I'm gonna miss it a lot. I really do wish I'd made it work here, you know? But as I've mentioned, it's just way too hard for me to stay in the place where the guy I love is living on the same street as me. It's just not a good idea for my sanity and health. So, but this is by far my favourite place in the world. I love my home with my family. I love that my cats are there, but if I had my cat here, I would be so happy. But my cat wouldn't be happy because she loves being outdoors and I'm on a very high balcony, so she would probably plummet to her death, which I really wouldn't want. Yeah, and I also like kind of wish I had decorated my balcony because it's extremely bare. I always like had this idea of getting loads of plants and making it like a really lovely little home, but I was here in winter, so I didn't even really get that much time on my balcony, which is so sad. I really am gonna miss this lovely little place. I mean, if I could buy a little place here and one day when I've healed, come back and live here, you know, in the future, I would love that so much, because this place, waking up every morning in my little bed over there and looking out at that view, I mean, to me, that was just bliss. And I wish that I'd been in a better headspace to appreciate it more while I was here. But hey, you never know, I've got this flat till the end of November, so maybe I'll come back for a little getaway and, you know, just enjoy it one last time. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to stop boring you with me babbling on about my life. This is just not about books anymore, is it? Let me know if you actually enjoy listening to me speak about other random shit that's going on in Boho Bookworm's world. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I will see you in Neisner. Well, you'll see me in Neisner. I'll see you on the computer. See you later, everyone. Ciao!